A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark, chapter 4, verses 35 to 41. Passage taken from the Message version of the Bible. Late that day he said to them, "Let's go across the other side." They took him in the boat as he was. Other boats came along. A huge storm came up. Waves poured into the boat, threatening to sink it. And Jesus was in the stern, head on a pillow, sleeping. They roused him, saying, "Teacher, is it nothing to you that we are going down?" Awake now, he told the wind to pipe down and said to the sea, "Quiet, settle down." The wind ran out of breath. The sea became smooth as glass. Jesus reprimanded the disciples, "Why are you such cowards? Don't you have any faith at all?" They were in absolute awe, staggered. "Who is this anyway?" they asked. "Wind and sea at his beck and call?" The Gospel of the Lord. Reflections on the Gospel according to Mark chapter 4 verses 35 to 41. Let us go to the other shore, Jesus tells his followers in the Gospel today. Imagine him saying it to us, Christians of today, in the midst of this health, economic, social, global crisis. The church, also facing its own crisis, must listen to the Lord who invites us to move on, to change our perspectives, our ways of understanding faith and living it. Let us go. We are faced with a piece of theology which contains numerous biblical references. In the Gospel, the purpose of the evangelist is to gradually reveal the identity of Jesus and answer the question people have been asking since the beginning of his public life. Who is this person? In ancient literature, the image of the boat indicated a community or an association. In our story, it is the Christian community, together with the different communities already existing at the time when Mark was writing the Gospel. The boat is to bring Christ to the other shore, the land of the pagans. Jesus falls asleep at the stern. Stern is the place for the helmsman or the captain. How can a captain fall asleep totally unaware of the storm and impending danger? Sleep in the Bible is often used to indicate death. Even Jesus uses the word sleep figuratively. Our friend Lazarus has fallen asleep, the Lord says. The child is not dead but asleep. Therefore, the sleep of Jesus is referring to his death. Now the disciples are tossed by the waves, which are the tragedies of life, persecutions, tensions, and disagreements within the church community. But Jesus, although present in the boat, is asleep. He is not physically present anymore. He does not intervene directly in human history. Christians can, at times, feel alone in the face of problems, adversities, failures, and ask, "Where is God? Where is Christ? Why does He not manifest His power?" Sometimes we feel Him distant or absent. His silence baffles us and instills fear. We would shout to Him with the psalmist, "Awake, O Lord, why are you asleep?" Jesus reveals to us a God who sleeps, who leaves things as they are, who has nothing to fear in front of the outbreak of a violence of evil, who is not afraid of losing control of the situation. He is a God who lets go, allows that envy, rivalries, lies, injustices to break out. Then, when evil seems to have the last word, He turns the cards. Yet, the impression that He is asleep remains. With our cry, which is prayer, we would like to wake Him up and force Him to intervene. But He is already awake. He just has a different vision of the danger and how to deal with it. He asks for our unconditional trust. Yes, we are tossed about by the waves of the sea, but even if we do not realize it, we are accompanied by Him always.